Where do you want to start it?
I want to start it with you with the Epic Diva effect. I wonder what you sound like as an Epic Diva.
I don't even know if I can do that. Let's find out if I can change it midway through. I cannot.
No.
Unfortunate. However, fuck it.
Do it on the night.
Do it on the night. This is our first time practicing doing a wee podcast. We'll put it up. But this isn't what the quality you should learn to expect from us whenever we're having problems, technical difficulties, and also we've never podcasted before. So we need time. We're practicing, and then we'll have a backlog of stuff, and it'll be good.
Till then, it is going to be shite though.
However, I'm going to come up with some catchy catchphrases throughout this recording.
Catchy catchphrases?
Catchy catchphrases. That's mine, you can have that. Coined it. So, I'm Dave.
I'm not Dave, I'm Sam. I'm the one that isn't Dave.
And get ready to drink the fucking gravy. Yes! Nailed it!
Yeah.
Oh. So, Christmas period, then New Year's yesterday. What did you learn?
Christmas period is not what I thought it was.
Did you learn any life-affirming lessons, however?
Not everybody try to get into your house just past midnight is Santa.
That's something that's true, and I feel that everyone should know. I think it's important people should know that people getting in their house generally aren't Santa, because he's only in each person's house, but for like a nanosecond once a year.
Hashtag PCI PSA. Don't trust Santas.
No, I'm not saying don't trust Santa. Santa's a very trustworthy fellow.
Oh, Santa's
I'm saying
plural.
don't trust people. Yeah, well, yeah, if there's multiples, don't trust them. If there's ever a situation where there's two Santas, one of them saying the other one's the evil one, and you need to choose which one to shoot, just shoot both.
Realistically, one is too powerful to have kicking about at any one time anyway.
Yeah, Santa's powers fucking put Superman, Goku, all those guys to shame.
You know, in the Marvel Universe, Santa is actually registered as the most, or one of the most powerful mutants to have ever lived.
Awesome. What? Right, so, I had a point on this. Santa, superpowers. Santa hat, that's the chair.
He's lying.
No. Santa with superpowers. I really had something to say about this.
If you don't, you're kind of a boring person, aren't you?
No, but I had something that... Right, no, I remember what I was going to say, and it wasn't even interesting, it was just a wee joke that I was going to put out there, and now there's build up to it, so it sucks. But what I was going to say is his greatest superpower is circumventing all the trademark and copyright laws, because he's building Xbox Ones and shit, and delivering them to kids.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen Santa get sued, apart from that one movie?
I was watching that one movie today.
It's the Christmas period, so I'd expect that you watch it.
It is everywhere. The Christmas
If you don't
period.
know what Christmas movie we're talking about, well, why?
Nightmare on 34th Street.
Oh, you're the worst.
It's a crossover I wanted.
It's clearly Miracle on Elm Street.
So Miracle on 94th, 36 Nightmare Street, Elm, is a Dino Christmas film. Santa gets sued for being Santa. That is a terrible synopsis of it. So just go watch it if you haven't. And if you have, watch it again.
Santa's been sued for being Santa, but he hasn't it? But he is.
He's not really being sued, but
To
be fair, what would Macy's be like if they lost a Santa?
Yeah, that big balloon, then it would go and wink at weird old men. You not seen that advert? That just
says no one has seen that advert. I'm pretty sure that.
No, it's a Christmas advert, and it's a Macy's advert, and it's a wee kid at a Macy's Day Parade in the 20s, and then Santa's on the balloon, and then he winks at him, and then he's like, "Alright, cool," and then you see him as a teenager, he's there, and Santa winks at him. Then he's an adult, and he's got kids with his own. Santa winks at him. Then he's a granddad. Santa winks at him. And then you see the bit, and he's not there. And Santa breaks off the ropes and flies to his house and winks at him.
That is pretty scary. I mean, he's seen him all of 5-10 times. and he knows where he lives. That's stalker level. Like, Santa would be the scariest stalker.
Wasn't the Macy's Day Parade like every year?
I
So I think
made
the
it every
assumption-
year.
I think the assumption is he's went every year, and this is the first year he hasn't, and that's why Santa has to go find him and give him his like Christmas wink.
But Santa still knows where he lives, and Santa would be a terrifying stalker, and therefore terrifying every horror movie.
True.
Like, imagine watching all the Jason films, or all the Michael Myers films. All the Halloween films are a better. You can't see this, but Dave Sons to these bars.
That was itchy.
Aye, so
It's a
if you-
podcast, I'm allowed to do that. Fuck you.
yeah, if you just picture all the Halloween movies, but instead of it being Michael Myers, just
It's a
constantly.
big inflatable Santa. I need to move this chair. It keeps going to the radio.
To the wall. Yeah.
I'm closer, so it's pointing at you now. It's a directional microphone. I think.
I mean, it looks like one because most of the other microphones I've had don't point anywhere. This one's got a big greasy horn.
Greasy?
I mean, you can't see it obviously, it's a podcast, but the microwave is just a big
The
greasy
microwave?
horn.
So the microwave's a big greasy horn. Sounds like a Scottish horror book for children.
Did you ever read The Day My Bum Went Psycho?
Is there not a... Did we not talk about this at Donnie Darko? I don't know. But yeah. The guy who writes the books, and it's like when my butt fucked my butt.
Yeah.
Was it Chris Shine or Chris Spark or something like that? Like,
Chris Sparkle. Are you a stripper? Are you a children's author? Who knows?
yeah, My Little Pony.
To be fair, the horrifying thing about My Little Pony is you can put together two completely disingenuous words and come up with a horrific pony.
Hit me.
Okay, so we'll go glitter for the second one.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to go the rapey direction.
That's not how sentences on podcasts should start, Samuel.
No, but the rapey direction's a direction you never want to go.
I should hope so.
So like, there might sparkle, or there might glitter.
Oh. Did you see the death battle with
Piggy
Piggy
Pie
and
Deadpool.
Deadpool?
Yeah, I liked it.
That was awesome, I loved it. It was so good.
Yeah. Do you ever read with Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe?
Probably. Maybe.
It's great. He basically got like super ticked off that no one knew that they were in like media and they weren't actually real. So it goes about just freeing them from that burden. And then after that, there's Deadpool Kills Deadpool. And at the end of Deadpool Kills Deadpool, or
Deadpool.
never get back.
Can you learn to enunciate? We're on microphone.
Enunciate your
Yes.
pronouns.
Exactly.
Yes. At the end of Deadpool Kills Deadpool, or Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, he kills the writers of the comic, and then they stopped putting out comics for like 2 weeks after that.
That's
And
incredible.
I thought it was pretty fucking cool.
That's genius. They just obviously hired new writers.
Oh yeah, I mean they're all dead.
Yeah. Of course.
They went quite away for the sake of a joke there.
Yeah.
I think that's the media definition of a bit too far. Alright, so we can make this cat and we'll all top ourselves at the end. And it'll seem dead cool.
Deadpool. Had to go for the rhyme, I'm so sorry.
Do it for the rhyme.
Do it for the rhyme. Do it for the rhyme. What?
I'm assuming you just breaking into that kind of thing is going to be at least a third of all podcasts. Not just ours, ever.
It might be today, but I have acid reflux. And it
There we
is
go,
bothering
another
me.
My Little Pony right there.
My acid reflux, my acid reflux. It's awful. Oh, it's giving me hiccups.
Yeah, it's a weird shade of lime green. It was an ill-advised pony.
We need to pause. The podcast.
Pause, cat.
And we're back. Sorry about that. Well, you need to come closer. Oh my goodness.
I can't be far away. So,
I've had a drink, I've had some acid reflux medication. We're all good.
it's been a solid 6 hours since Dave left.
Not true. It's been a solid 15 seconds.
Cold and alone. That's what I am.
Cold and alone in my nice, brightly lit, warm office
Yes.
with 2 budgies behind you that are going to ruin the audio.
Vicious budgies.
They're not vicious at all.
Terrifying. Kill you in a heartbeat. They're basically falcons.
It's not even close to true.
You can't
They
see
are
in the podcast, Dave has 2 falcons.
They are the biggest sweethearts for being so little. I love them. And don't you say they're falcons, because falcons don't have friends, and that is a actual biological, environmental fact, and you can look it up.
That's fair enough, they don't have friends, but growing up, everyone knows that some of the best friends are their cousins, and falcons will have cousins.
That's not even... No, because... Oh, are we going to get into this?
No.
Because falcons are birds of prey, and
Yeah,
my
so they're
budgerigars
religious. What have you
slash
got to do with that?
parakeets are social birds. They need friendship.
Because they're social buds, because they're always on Twitter.
Want to say that loud enough for the mic to hear you? For that joke that I think needs the world needs to hear.
I think we'll just kind of brush past it.
No. I think you need to say it one more time.
It one more time.
No.
No.
You son of a bitch. Mimicry cannot be on the podcast.
You have no idea how much I struggled. I was legitimately just about to, because I didn't properly understand it, went, mimicry cannot be on the pod.
Like actually repeating back for purpose.
I mean, we've got
Other
the
than
echoes
other.
to do that on the mics anyway when we can't get them to work.
Echo.
Right, so, game you need to play at some point where you pick a random number. Obviously
12.
it's not going to be, no like that, like a random phone number.
Oh, 17.
Mate. Like you said, 07546 443 241.
Is that a real number?
It's a combination of numbers.
No, is that a number? Of,
No,
like,
it's
'cause
just-
we've just put that on. That's going to go.
Yeah,
next
but
week.
like, I mean, whoever does own that number, I apologise.
we
But it's
won't
not
have
like,
that many views. It's cool.
yeah, but it's just going to be that one guy that has that number. He's going to be like, no. Yeah, what you do is you get a random number like that and you just text it. Right, I can't deal with this, or something to this effect. From now on, we don't know each other. And then they'll immediately send back a text.
Who
Something
is
like,
this?
who is this? Or what? And you're like, exactly. And never text them again.
Genius.
I got it from the internet.
I'm going to guess Imgur.
No, ready?
Curses spoiled. It's the same thing.
See, you say that.
It's
but-
pretty much
It-
the same
it's-
thing.
Yeah, but it's the same thing in the same way that the South is the same as the North in the Civil War. They're both the same kind of assholes, just one has slaves.
In this analogy, does Reddit have slaves?
Yes.
And is that a bad thing?
I mean, economically, no. Economically, slaves are pretty good historically. But, morally, no.
Oh my goodness, this is how
We've
stuck
reached
this.
on to the topic of slavery.
So, we've already had, there's been 14 minutes in this podcast, there's already been mentioned of the rapey side of things, and slaves. Is this how we're proceeding? This is the 1st of January, start as you mean to go forward.
I think you'll find, as the bell's told, I was lately toasted and sleeping. So,
Hello, welcome to the Drink the Gravy podcast, featuring many topics, especially slaves and rape. Come on down to the world's only rape and slave podcast.
see, if you say rape and slave without enunciating it, rape and slaves. This is, in fact, how we're going on with this. At the 15-minute mark, we're on to rapey slaves. I think we should do a full U-turn and come away from the dark side of things, because Mufasa told us not to go to that shadowy place.
And I'm nothing if not a firm believer in doing everything James Earl Jones says. If there's anything that I can say that defines me, it's that I will never say no to James Earl Jones.
I mean, that is how I joined him, and we ruled the universe as father and son.
Oh, you almost fucked it.
Almost.
Mark Hamill.
Ow.
Mark Hamill.
No.
Mark Hamill.
So what you can't see, because this is a podcast, is Dave is currently beating me to death with jumper wires for his car.
That's not even close to true.
I mean, the audio fidelity isn't so good, so it probably sounds like
It's
I'm not
so
screaming.
good.
So good!
So, I want to explain why the audio quality sucks.
Will you do that?
I might. Two microphones, no waiting. However,
Two microphones and no waiting is actually a perfect title for a dual autobiography.
I love it.
Is it a good name for a band? Should you write that down?
When we become famous, that's the dual bio. That's the biography of the band.
Yeah.
Wrigley Gravy, two mics, no wait. Anyway, so two microphones, and they're picking up echoes of each other, and I couldn't get them to record on separate tracks, but being the same. It's a whole thing, and this is just a practice one. So, fuck it. You can hear the birds in the background. You can hear us too. The audio dipping. Sam?
Yeah, that technical stuff Dave just said amounts to, we've got two microphones. We're not quite clever enough, quite sober enough to figure out how to make them work properly. So we're just using one.
Yes.
It's going to sound shite because there's budgies and echoes.
Budgies and echoes, stranger together.
Title of the second album, Budgies and Echoes.
Budgies and echoes, are friends till the end.
I'm pretty sure I've told you about this, but since it's a podcast and we're talking about shite, you know how my first budgie died?
You had a budgie?
Yeah, when I was dead wee.
Oh, I don't think I want to know. That sounds sad.
It's cool, it's not.
Wait,
one
I do
line
know
in.
this. Go on.
He died in glory, Dave.
How did your budgie die? But don't speak too loudly, I don't want to upset my budgies.
That's a good point. Don't worry, you'll never be as strong if nothing as much will be expected of you. It's all fine.
For the audience at home, he actually turned round to say that to the birds.
You can't see that because it's on a podcast.
Oh my god.
You were talking about catchphrases and it drips so easily from the tongue.
You can't tell because it's a podcast.
Yeah, so essentially we used to leave our windows open in the summer. Not like fully open, but like kind of tilty upwards way. I don't know what you call it. Correct them, Indy.
Cool.
And one day I came back from school, I went shopping with my mum, and I came in and all I saw was far too much blood to be in one budgie across the floor. Dead budgie. And as I entered the room, a dead cat. Look, this budgie's in the cage. There's been nothing else in the house to savage this cat. How has my budgie killed a cat?
Glory.
Yeah.
Although, you're missing the other possibility. A raccoon came in, killed both and left.
If anything, would do that.
Cheesy nips. Catchphrase.
That's a non sequitur, David.
Could be my new non sequitur catchphrase. Cheesy nips.
Cool.
Do you like it?
No.
I think we could keep that as an ongoing.
No. I mean, I know that you're going to now that we've said no. So I get one time in the video, you were like, no, I'm going to edit this bit out. I'm just going to show the actual game. 3 seconds later, breaks into laughter. You can see that's the exact moment he decides he's going to do the exact opposite, isn't he? Anyway, long story short, my budgie, like, because it was in the cage.
Killed a cat, yes.
Aye.
With you.
Fucked it up.
Yeah,
Went to
motherfucker.
Valhalla.
My birds could kick your ass.
Your bird can fucking try. I mean, I know
Well,
she's
stop.
asleep and sick, but
She's not. I think she's in the kitchen, which is another problem with sound because I could just hear movement all over the house. But I don't know if it's getting picked up by the microphone.
because we can't monitor it. Point being, you can't kick my ass. Neither can your birds or your bird's bird.
We'll see.
No, we won't, because it's on a podcast. You'll just hear a minor scuffle in the background.
For those at home, my birds just blinded Sam. And I
Okay.
roundhouse kicked him to the throat.
I can't see this because it's on a podcast.
And because you have no eyes. Because
Aye.
the birds pecked them out.
But when the podcast's over, I get my eyes back. That's how it works.
Yes.
Good.
We agreed to that, right? Grump and Scrump.
Can I get like a glass for all the blood pouring out my eyes?
Oh, I just scared my birds doing that. I mean, all your blood flying out scared my birds doing that noise from the blood that came from your face.
It's their own fault, right?
I don't see how that can be true. So, let's see what's on the news today. Not fun, not fun. Not fun.
What's his name? Aye,
Not
Philippi
fun.
Mash died.
Which one?
Doctor.
What?
Dr. Fimash.
Why are it?
Dr. Mash. Listen, Dr. Mash died today.
What is it like really an apocalypse coming and not just like?
No, they're
letting
just
us
all
know?
getting old. That's how time works.
No, but it's all at
How was
once.
Carrie Fisher dead? She was old and took a lot of drugs in that prime, son. Oh, what about diseases? Oh, heart failures. Oh, aye, the very old, son, the fragile.
It's weird that it's all happening at once, though, do you not think?
Oh, really? People died all the way through the year and they only noticed them because they were sort of high profile, like Bowie, Prince, Alan Rickman.
George Michael, Carrie Fisher,
George
and
Michael.
Arnold Moore.
Not just Carrie Fisher and her ma, no, Debbie Reynolds.
Yeah. But, like, Debbie Reynolds is before my generation.
Mate,
I'm nothing if not a
Singing in
millennial.
the Rain.
I know, but
Her most famous role.
I'm just-
Everybody's seen
I'm
Singing
trying
in the Rain.
I'm trying to appeal cool to the kids by being a millennial and not knowing old things.
Aye, well, on the other hand, get it up here and go watch Singing in the Rain.
I've seen Singing in the Rain. I
Watch
mean,
it again.
no, I haven't, fellow millennials. Know what I'm saying?
Millennials carry knives, David. The millennials only are nice people.
Yeah.
Final response there. Yeah.
People like Coldplay voted for the Nazis. You can't trust people.
You're not wrong.
Robbie uses antibacterial gel after shaking hands with New Year's Eve crowd.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that.
What a monster. Let's hunt him down now.
I mean, I know at least 30 people that use anti-bac gel after shaking hands with anybody. Maybe he's just scared of the Ebola. I'm scared.
Oh my god, why is the news so
Oh, the
miserable?
Istanbul thing, yeah.
Queen
Tell you what,
Queen is feeling better. That's the kind of boring news we want.
no, what we do is, you know how real life is super boring?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the Onion.
No, because then we'll just be stealing our comedy.
I'm not stealing the comedy.
We'll be stealing our comedy.
Mate, I'll steal your comedy.
Good.
Oh, my name's Dave.
Let's hear more of my comedy.
Pretty much all you've got there, pal.
Hashtag burn. I'm looking at the news trying to find anything funny.
I saw a great wee picture the day of Putin, and it looks perfectly normal until you notice there's a wee badge photoshopped in his jacket that says I voted.
Yeah, I saw the tweet. That was quite funny.
Rather funny, yes.
A rat spotted running around Primark. Whatever shall Primark do?
Fuck all, it's Primark.
Smart.
How are you feeling about Trainspotting 2?
Right, so I just actually recently read the book.
Yeah.
Well, listen to the book because I work with headphones.
Audible.com.
No, we are not sponsored by Audible.com.
No, but every cunt is.
I know,
So
and we
if
want to get there, so let's not diss them.
I'm not dissing them.
Actually, yeah, Audible, you know it's your service I use? Like, gosh. Anyway, I was listening to Trainspotting, which I definitely got from Audible.com and did not pirate it in any way, shape or form, because I owned the paper book but didn't want to read it because I have to work and headphones are your handy.
It's like eye exercise.
So, Trainspotting, read it, I was like, holy shit. Renton is a lot harder to like in this book than he is in the movie. Like shagging his deed bills, pregnant misses. Oh man.
Oh, Renton.
Oh, Renton.
You went to the rape side of things.
Well, it was consensual. But.
Bed can't consent.
What?
Bed can't consent, man.
She wasn't dead.
Wait.
His brother was dead.
Aye. So, in my head there.
He banged a corpse.
Because of the way you said it, I'm like, it is hard to like a necrophiliac, isn't it? There's just something off about them.
Anyway, so read it, and then I was like, yeah, and then I watched the trailer for Trainspotting 2, and I'm going, seems like, I know there's the book sequels, but this seems like it's not following that at all, it's just doing its own story, which I'm fine with. But it feels like Trainspotting as a movie franchise, if it's not following the books, kinda had a complete story. Like, I don't know, like, what...
I had a full cycle.
Yeah, I don't see what the returning back 20 years later can really do, because all I can think it had been is Rents comes back, and Begbie's like, oh, Rents, you stole a lot of money off me, I'ma kill you because I'm a big hard gun. And then Sick Boy's like, I'd be shagging all the time if I wasn't dying of the AIDS. And then Spud's like, I'm a dafty, but I'm nice, you know what I'm saying? Like they. The end.
And I'm assuming that you've read the stage play then for Trainspotting 2. That's like word for fucking word there, Dave.
I thought you were being serious for a second until like you finished it.
Not even a little.
No, but that's what it's gonna be.
See, you're probably right. But I like Trainspotting that much.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see
it, and I hope it's not a travesty.
I'm gonna go see it. I'm probably gonna enjoy it just because it'll like take place in Scotland, probably.
But it takes place in Edinburgh.
I know, but like there will be things that reference that, because for some reason when things reference your home place, it makes it better. Even if you hate your home place, a la me. But like, I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna watch it. But I know it's going to be what I've just said is.
To be fair, if you hear, oh, somebody's been stabbed in West Nile Street, you go, I've been to West Nile Street, I never got stabbed. This guy must be a pleb.
Harsh.
What I'm assuming there was, because I was inhaling while I was talking, that'll just come out as sort of incoherent mumbling on the podcast.
Yeah, I imagine so. You need to learn to enunciate. We're going to teach you this.
Well, I have a blocked nose, a full colon.
I've got a cold as well, you don't hear me bitching.
The time.
Nuh-uh, y'all.
Yeah, and then you put on that strange
No,
rapper
I
voice.
don't. What? That was meant to be like a...
Mexican...
No, what? That was meant to be like an American girl.
Girl!
Nuh-uh. You did not just do that. Like Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go on Twitter. But just kind of in English. Twitter, me
yeah.
on Twitter. Oh.
I'm going to tell my followers about this.
Oh yeah, I'm going to hashtag the shit out of that.
So, describe to me, paint me a word picture, David. What Taylor Swift is doing in your calendar this year?
Right, okay, first of all I need to take that down. I tried to replace it with another Taylor Swift calendar, but the only one I could find, I have a Taylor Swift calendar in my office. The only one I could find didn't have a hook to put it on the wall, so I didn't buy it because I wanted one that I could hook on the wall. Thanks for ruining everything with your coughing.
Cough.
Cough, cough. Anyway, so the last picture of this Taylor Swift calendar is just like the most easy to Photoshop sex thing ever. I don't even know how. Do you know what? I'm going to tweet a picture of it right now. And you can go back to my Twitter. Do you know what? I'll tweet it on the Drink the Gravy Twitter. That's at Drink the Gravy, all one word. and you can see what I'm talking about. I'm just going to say, for people that listen to the first podcast, I can't. Can I zoom in? Oh, I can move. The most easy to Photoshop picture of all time. For the you talk while I tweet.
Alright. Yeah, so basically I've just started picking out random shit in the room if they feels like he's stumbling in what he's about to talk to. And for some strange reason, all the other pictures on it are pretty okay, but this one is overtly sexual and has slightly more red than a regular person would be comfortable with.
We should have an album called Red.
Well, there we go.
Burning red.
Is the CD skipping that you've got or something? And that's just the way you remember it?
Well, I started with an actual impression of it, and then I just let it get sillier and sillier until you eventually started talking again.
Not bad, we've managed to fill up like 31 minutes of talking shite. We can normally fill up a lot more than that, but it's because we'll be sitting arguing about Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something like that, stuff that isn't overtly interesting to anyone.
I've got a new catchphrase.
Oh.
Compact discs are obsolete.
You know what? I thought it was impossible. I prefer the last one.
What, you don't like compact discs are obsolete? You prefer cheesy nips?
I'm not going to say that.
Which one do you prefer?
There's only one
Which
way
one do you prefer?
Which
one do you prefer?
I do not.
Which one do you prefer?
I'll buy it at a high price.
Which one do you prefer? No, but Sam, which one do you prefer?
The first one, not
What one
the
was the
second
first
one.
one?
The first one was not. Compact discs are obsolete.
You're not saying the other one? I don't even remember what it was.
Good. Keep them both vanished to the mists of time.
Of course I remember what it was. Because it was cheesy nips.
Do you prefer that one then?
I
Yeah.
like both. It's just compact discs are obsolete. It's harder to say.
Just a bit more effort, isn't it?
Yeah. It was cheesy nips. I think we've got an episode title, by the way. Compact discs are obsolete.
Yeah.
Or cheesy nips.
I think we all know which one it's going to be.
I might choose something entirely different. I imagine I'm going to do all the work for this.
Oh yeah, you have all the software.
And hardware
Yeah.
that I invested money into.
Can't see this because it's on a podcast, but Dave is vehemently tweaking his nipples.
It's not. Everything he says to you is a lie.
Dave's pretty cool, actually.
That one was true.
Can't trust a thing that man says, can you?
Right, you need to take control of the podcast again. It's
Okay.
important.
You're like a pancake, you flip flappity. Where are you going?
Did he answer that?
Yes.
Felt like it was rhetorical. Left.
What?
He said, where are you going?
Alright.
Left.
Have fun walking into that wall.
Do what I want.
Yeah, you will, and it'll hurt.
That was me flicking the microphone to pretend that I hit the wall. I didn't know how else to do it.
A
I
very
could have just
compli-
added a sound effect later.
like super easily. Like helium breath.
Okay. As, when we get to the end, I don't know when we're going to stop this. Probably
Can't
Give it
stop,
enough.
won't stop.
another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Make it 45 minutes. I'm wanting the actual full length ones to be like
Longer.
around an hour and a half to 2 hours, but 45 minutes will do just now. But then we'll have 5 minutes where we can just mess about with the effects if it'll make you happy.
That would make me very happy, yeah.
I'm so glad. I've never wanted anything more than for you to be happy.
Good.
You beautiful man. What's wrong with you?
My elbow hurts.
Why did your elbow hurt?
I have no idea.
What? Did you hit it?
No. Not that cruel. Just my elbow hurts.
Maybe it's tennis elbow.
It would be if I played tennis.
Or wanker's wrist.
In my elbow.
You have like
It's a severe case.
You work like a lever.
That would make sense. And you can't see this because it's not a podcast, but it's like throwing salt at a cup over your shoulder, isn't it? That seems like it would be a lot of effort.
And that's how you get
Stroke.
wanker's wrist and your elbow?
Stroke. Like you get it in both. You're like in the Olympic rowing team.
So many visual gags, we need to learn to make them audio gags. My favourite kind of gags. Oh
man.
Oh man.
I can't wait to hear the parts of this where I slowly fade out. Cause
Yeah,
I've
because you
decided to
keep
get
sitting
comfortable.
back.
It's a comfortable chair. And then I finally get back up and I'm like, alright, I can talk, I'm pretty sure I'll be here. Let's get the volume. And then I trail away until I find out that I've come back.
So, what we've learned today then, just to summarise, we've learned that I need to bring one of the dining room chairs in for you to podcast here.
Yes. Well, until we get that arsehole working.
Yes, but even then, like, probably be for the best. Well, I'm getting a laptop soon, and when I have a laptop, we'll be able to set it up, like, nice, far apart on a table, laptop in the middle of us, both of us with headphones on to monitor the sounds of our mics, and it can sound great. As for right now, we've learned that you need to get a chair that you can't sit back on. What else did we learn? You give me a lesson now.
More than 2 shakes at the urinal and it's playing with yourself.
Did you learn that today in the podcast? That's what I meant.
Surprisingly deft, David. Yes, I did.
Wow, that's incredible.
I know that we need to get the microphone sorted, but that was your van. I don't learn much, I'm not quick.
Well, music makes the...
You
I
trying
was going to try another
catchphrase?
catchphrase, but I gave up on that one. That one sucks, but like it was too stupid for me to say.
Catchphrases can't be forced, they come to you from within.
What's within?
Yeah, what is within?
What is within?
Hence for me, most of my catchphrases revolve around toasties.
That's not coming to me. Try to find what's within. Try to summon my chi. My catchphrase chi. My cat chi. Chi.
Alright.
Not happening though. I think I peaked. Compact discs are obsolete. I don't think I'm ever going to.
Which is a horrifying peak. It's like a speed bump in the road.
Yeah, if I peak there, then I'm going downhill. Because
That's
you
like
get
truck.
that. If you're that high up, it's going to be a fast decline. You know what I'm saying? Because there's not fucking like shit.
Compact discs are obsolete. Boy.
You what word?
I'm wondering how many people are actually going to listen to this and understand what's being said, and then be able to get past the rapey side of things.
Stop mentioning the rapey side of
That's
things.
the point. If anybody's like gonna just like watch it just in passing, and then they get to the rapey side of things, they're gonna want to clear off.
Catchphrase? clear off from the rapey side. And I think with that we've got an episode. And then we'll mess about with some things for fun. But guys, until next time. See ya.
I'm not saying that. We could do this for 40 years and I will not say it.
Keep clear of the rapey side. And
Can't see this because it's on a podcast. But I'm beating Dave to death with a pair of jumper wires.
cheesy nips.
Sound.
So that's the big gringo. Now Zarek, you better not be playing like this up in my households. And that is how I got removed from Home Depot.